Hey everybody. Okay, so first day of virtual learning. Sorry, I'm only a little bitter about this whole thing. Christian, say hi. Okay. So today what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to do a compare and contrast essay. Obviously, we know how to do this because it's something we do in everyday life. So comparing and contrasting using like, as, similar to, this is different, the differences, he wants to show you his shirt. His adventures on. Anyway, I need to write that down. I'm going to upload something called the compare contrast essay so that it's helpful, but it's not that helpful. Okay, so anyway, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, share. Okay, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to watch/listen to Mother to Son. It is being read by Viola Davis, who is from How to Get Away with Murder. And this is a poem by Langston Hughes. It's rather short, so we're going to give it a shot first, okay?
Well, son, I'll tell you. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it and splinters and boards pulled up and places with no carpet on the floor. There. But all the time I spent climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps because you find it's kind of hard. Don't you fall now. Eyes are still going, honey. Eyes are still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
Okay. So I find that one to be really good, versus somebody just reading it off a paper like I would maybe in class. No, I'm just kidding. I would do this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll go right here. Okay, so mother to son. Okay, it's underlined just for me to differentiate between the two. Okay, so some things that we can tell off the bat, okay, is it's a poem. Okay, because you want to be able to now pick things out of the poem. Okay, so it's a poem. It's rather short. It's a message or a lesson from a mom to her son about life. What else can we say? The author is African American. Okay. Don't remember when this was written because I'm a horrible person. There is no rhyme scheme. Okay, so we'll just keep it to that for now. All right. So now we're going to new share. Yeah, we're gonna go back to this. Okay. Nope. Now we're gonna watch/listen to Dear Mama. Okay. The lyrics are up. I don't know what just jazzed out on the computer, but it's cool. The lyrics are obviously on the internet, but they're also uploaded under course readings on Canvas in the modules. Oh, excuse me, I woke up a little late today. Along with Mother to Son poem. Okay, so we're going to now watch the music video for Mother to Son. Oh, look at that, the lyrics are on the side. Okay, oopsies, oopsies. Okay, all right. So, a few things about good old Tupac. Number one, Tupac is not his actual name. He changed it. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what his real name was when he was born. It'll come to me eventually. So a few things to point out. Number one, he says that his mama was the Black Queen. So for those that didn't know, Afeni Shakur, Tupac's mom, was part of the Black Panther Party, and she actually had a very high position in the Black Panther Party. So that is why he references that you were a Black Queen. Crap, I can't think. He also mentioned that he was hanging with the thugs. So thugs and thug life is something that Tupac hits on a lot in a lot of his songs, a lot of his poems and things like that. So if you don't know, thug means the hate you give, and then thug life is the hate you give little infants fucks everybody or everyone. It's one of those. So that's something to think about. That's where the idea for the movie / book, The Hate You Give, comes from. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing that we just did for mother to son. Okay, so now we're going to Mama. Okay, remember when you go to write these, when you go to write your reader response for this, Dear Mama and Mother to Son need to either be in quotation marks or they need to be italicized. They are names of songs and poems, so it's either or. Typically in old MLA style, it would be quotation marks. Okay, so Dear Mama, it's not a poem, it's a song. It's pretty long. It's basically like paying homage to mom. Oopsies, why is that writing all the way up there? Okay, homage to mom. It's saying, like saying thank you and I love you. I appreciate all the things you did because I realized that I was a pretty shit kid. Okay, so this is now from son to mom, so it's a little different on that. Okay, this does have a rhyme scheme. Okay, it's every 2 lines have the same thing, so it's like A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F. Okay, so if I go back and look at the lyrics, let's go up here. Now, ain't nobody tell us it was fair, no love for my daddy, because the coward wasn't there. So fair there, and then he passed away and I didn't cry because my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. So stranger and anger, even though they don't actually rhyme, the way he sings it makes it rhyme. Okay, let's see. I hung around with the thugs, even though they sold drugs. They showed a young brother love. Okay, so it's very Shakespearean in a sense. Of how he does his rhyme schemes. So just something to think about, okay? So now with this wonderful information about things that we know, and we can also say author is African American, okay? So now you are going to write a reader response that compares and contrasts these. So we already have a few things that we've pulled out. There's going to be other things that you're going to think of without my help. So Dear Mama is much more of a story of Tupac's life growing up, whereas Mother to Son is more of a overall message about life. There's no particular moments where Langston Hughes writes like, okay, and then this happened, but you have to keep on pushing, okay? Like this is the shit that's going to go down and you have to try to not deal with it. Dude, if they're in front of my house, I'm gonna lose my shit. We didn't bring the garbage out. You know what? Just give me a second because I'm gonna yell down real fast. Hey, Joe, did you bring the garbage to the curb? I know. Because I hear the trucks. Are you in the middle of yes. A video? Yes. Okay. Just check, just see where they are. Who the hell told you to cook bacon and pancakes? Okay, anyway, sorry. Okay, so you're going to first do this, okay? So let's think one paragraph for your comparisons, a second for the differences, and then you're going to have a transition sentence, okay? Because then your next task is to choose your own song and own poem to compare and contrast. Now, a way that I suggest to do this, we are going to, come on, you share. Go here, yep. Okay, so now we're going to do, let's say you like love poems or your favorite song. Think of your favorite song first, okay? And then I want you to think of its theme, okay? So let's do a good song that I like is called, not that one, Sit Still Look Pretty. Actually, you know what? I haven't listened to this song in years, but that's not the point. Okay, so you're going to read the lyrics, watch the video as well, because this is important. Does the video convey the actual message that you're reading into it? Okay, so this is about, you know, how people expect women to look a certain way and to act a certain way, and that we should really just, you know, sit there and look pretty. This is something that my husband's grandfather actually tells us a lot, that we're meant to just sit there and look pretty. It's quite comical, actually, but it's very old school train of thought. So anyway, so I would say that this is about, you know, like a gender role. Okay, so then what kind of poem can we think of? Okay, so now that you have a theme, you can then go and say poems about, I don't know, gender roles. Okay, so now it gives you a few things that you can pick up. Okay, however, I already have one in mind, and it is called, not that, whoops, Barbie doll, Marge Piercy. Okay, we're going to look at this. We're not going to listen to it because this is like literally the worst. Thank God. Okay, so I would then go through this. Why is this all like freaking out? Everything's like glitching on. I would read both the song and the poem. I don't want to watch this. I don't know why I clicked on it. I didn't mean it. It just happened. You're going to read the lyrics. You're going to read the words of the poem. You're going to compare and contrast those. Now, you are only comparing and contrasting those to one another. You are not taking those as a group and comparing them to mother, to son, and dear mama. Don't do that. Okay, so for instance, if I wanted to then, where is my other one? Okay, so here we go. So now I'm going to resume. Okay, and we're going to go to this. So here is an example that I've started. Okay, remember, you need your header right here. That's your last name and your page number. And you need your heading, your name, my name, the class, and the reader response number. This is going to be reader response number 5. Okay, so you're going to then give at least a paragraph introduction. Okay, your similarities, your differences. Okay, so I like to say Tupac's song and Langston Hughes's poem do well to set the example of the symbiotic relationship between songs and poems. However, it is worthy to note they are not the only two that can relate and work together. So now that particular 2 sentences, okay, you can 100% copy and paste that into your essay if you are having a hard time transitioning from the Tupac and Mother to Son to your song and poem. Okay, because it's going to feel very choppy. You're going to be like, how do I get these two together? How do I mesh this to be nice and flowy? It's not going to feel that way. Okay, and that's okay, but you can use this particular wording you are allowed to use. Okay, so then I go in and give the similarities between the song and the poem and the differences, and then I give a nice little, I don't know, I think I just kind of ended. Okay, similarities between both song and poem are easy enough to notice at first glance. Both have the protagonist as a female. These females are being urged to conform to the standard of beauty that society has set before them. Yes.
Daddy didn't make you pancakes.
That's okay. Mommy doesn't like pancakes.
Why?
Mommy loves pancakes.
Oh.
I could have just. Anyway. Okay, so they both seem to end happily enough, despite the fact that they end very differently. So that's something that happens between this particular set. So I don't know. I really hope that this is helpful. I never know what's actually helping you. Let me pull something else up real fast. Okay, so the compare and contrast essay. Comparative terms, contrast terms. Okay, so just, in case you can't think of something off the top of your head, like, as well, both, in common, same, similar, instead, on the other hand, or on the other side, although, yet, whereas, meanwhile, however. Okay, the function is to just point out the differences and the qualities and deficiencies. It would give you like a good set of examples, like if we compare and contrast peanut butter and jelly. I don't know why we do that, because they're delicious together. Hi, Ginger. But anyway, so that is your assignment for Wednesday, is to do a reader response that compares and contrasts Tupac's song, Dear Mama, to Langston Hughes's poem, Mother to Son. And then you are to pick your own song and poem and compare and contrast them in the same reader response, okay? The next thing is that on Wednesday, I will post a video about Emily Dickinson. I probably will ramble on a lot, mostly because I love her. She's my favorite. Anyway, and then your next assignment after that will be to write a sonnet. So let me know, what we think about everything. This virtual learning is going to be interesting for all involved. Okay, I'm going to be grading your Rowlandson essays today and tomorrow because I slacked off during your spring break. Whoops. I think other than that, everything is good. I'm planning on doing virtual, like virtual office hours on Friday during our class time. Okay, so from 10, we're just going to do 10 to 11. I'm not doing this 10:05 class, or 10:10 to 11:05. That's BS. So anyway, so on Friday at 10 o'clock to 11, I will have open office hours. I will send a link out to all of you, or I will post it. I can do all of it, email it, and post it to the announcements on Canvas. You will click in it. You'll enter the password. This is now, of course, only if you needed to chat about something. Now, keep in mind that multiple people can pop on, so it would kind of like being in a classroom setting. If you desire a one-on-one, let me know, send me an email, and we'll set up a date and a time, okay? Other than that, I think that's everything. I hope that, you guys are staying safe and, socially distancing yourself and washing your hands. Don't forget to wash your hands, okay? Other than that, I will see you guys later, sort of. Have a good rest of the semester. Bye, guys.